Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we're going to be doing our week 3 check-in for June. Let's go ahead and just get right into this one. I want to try to fly through this so I can try to get this video up for tomorrow. Now let me get my expense stickers. And I actually did not write in the expenses yet, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that real quick. But while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just chat with you guys for a little bit. Feel free to skip ahead. My flickering light over here is probably going to keep going in and out for whatever reason. But I am using my Clenna pen in 0.4. It's a Pentel Clenna pen. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update because I am struggling a little bit over here. So I wanted to just fill you guys in with what's going on. And also where I'm getting the expenses is I have them all in my daily budget app. This is the app that I use to put all the transactions in. Normally, as I spend, I'll go ahead and put, like if it's from our eating out category, groceries, gas, allowance, pups, or whatever other category. And those are the ones that are in our daily categories, which is what we spend from day to day for the month. So I have eating out, groceries, gas, allowance, pups, and bean. For this month of June, I am using cash envelopes for this section. Everything else is still electronic because I pay all of our bills electronics. I don't do like checks or anything like that. For this month, I wanted to show you guys how to use cash with my budgeting system, but normally this was also electronic. But yeah, I just want to note that real quick, and I will have a video link below about the apps that I like to use, along with how our checking accounts and saving accounts are all hooked up. Those videos will go into details with everything if you guys are curious. But anyway, going to this, we are checking in from the 18th to the 24th. So let me scroll to the 18th. We have quite the bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and write them all down. Alrighty, so for the life update, if you guys watched my previous plan with me, I am pregnant. I had my first appointment, our first baby appointment. My periods are normally very irregular, so it looks like they actually estimated that I was farther along than what I was. So I have to go back in on the 10th for them to make sure everything's okay, because they didn't actually see the baby. They just saw like the yolk sac that's in there. I'm really excited for the 10th of July so I can finally go and make sure everything's okay. I am in first trimester. I was feeling pretty good for the beginning bit, but I have not been feeling so great for the past, I would say, a couple weeks, and I've been really struggling with keeping up with getting everything up on time. So I feel very bad because this was the month that I wanted to get videos up on time and have everything kind of very explained for beginners, like detailed videos of basically explaining everything, the ins and outs, because I did have a few questions from you guys about those and wanting to have like a beginner set video. I am definitely going to continue filming the videos. However, they're probably going to continue being late. I've been playing catch up for quite a bit of time. I'm thinking of trying to take some PTO maybe later this month and use those days to catch up on videos. I would like to have a break from work as well. Like the weekends are just not enough right now because of how things are at work right now. It's actually really stressful, not gonna lie. And that's kind of been taking an extra toll on me, unfortunately. So I'll probably try to take some time off to catch up on my stuff that I wanted to, which is definitely catch up on YouTube videos. I also have to design and stuff too for September's budget kits. But yeah, so that's why I've been really late, and I do really apologize, but I definitely am taking priority to make sure that this first trimester goes very well. If you guys have been with me for a while, you guys know that I had a miscarriage before. I still feel that feeling of feeling, I guess the best word is to say embarrassed when I shouldn't. I know it happens, right? But it's just something that's not really spoken about. So I don't know, I still feel very strange whenever I have to say that, but yes, I just want to make sure that this pregnancy goes very well. I definitely am sitting down to film this. I just finished all the orders so I can get them out tomorrow, along with I just took like a really hot shower because I was not feeling so hot, but I just want to knock out at least this video, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to film some more videos after work. And I'm realizing that I ate a lot this third week. Oh my gosh, we ate out so much this day. I'm pretty sure we're probably negative at this point. Another thing that's pretty unfortunate is that we haven't been budgeting as well, been keeping an eye on our spending as well as I normally would, because of just life. I haven't really been paying attention. I haven't really been budgeting either, because it's now like the beginning of July and I'm finally budgeting for the third week of June, so it's pretty bad. It's okay, we're not gonna have good months all the time, so I'm definitely trying to give us a little bit of slack over here. Okay, so that is all for the 24th. So let's just lay these down and we'll talk about the expenses. So on the 18th, we had an H Mart expense. So we got some groceries this day, and as you guys see that these are my key colors. So groceries is blue, pink is eating out, and we definitely have a lot of pink going on. And we have gas, allowance, pups and bean. I always set this up with you guys at the beginning of the month and we choose the colors together, but I am grabbing it from here. So we have the 18th, we have a grocery cart for H Mart, some food for eating out. So this is kind of where I know what days we spent what from, because after we spend it, I always end up just putting it in that app real quick. And this day was also Father's Day for H Mart. All right, so we have that first one down. The 19th, we had some food eating out expenses too. One of them was kava. I was on such a kava kick for this week, so you guys probably see that we spent from kava multiple times this month in general. And then also we got some donuts from Krispy Kreme. My husband picked me up some donuts because I really wanted a donut for whatever reason. And I'm also shaking too when I'm laying these down. Do you guys see it? I'm shaking for whatever reason. Then we also got kava again on the 20th. Love kava. Oh my gosh. And we got kava again on the 21st. At this point, I should have just learned how to do my own bowls, but that red hummus that they have is so good. I keep getting the lemon chicken bowl. It's funny because before this month, we've never tried kava ever, but I guess trying it, now I always wanted it. And we also got some Panera. My husband got me some soup because I was feeling a little nauseous as well. So that was on the 21st. Then on the 22nd, we got some Thai chef. And I honestly don't remember what we got from here. We could have gotten maybe a Thai tea and some drunken noodles is what I'm assuming that we got. That's usually our go-to food that we would get. Finally, a none spent this day. And also, thank you guys for telling me about the second. I missed this. I need to put the second down. And then also for the 23rd, nothing was spent. 24th, we had a few expenses. One of them was for coal fire. We got some coal fire pizza, which I feel like we got a few times this month too. We definitely did. Coal fire this day. Coal fire again. That buffalo chicken pizza, man, is so good. That was $25 from coal fire. We also got some groceries from H Mart. We got a good amount of groceries because I ended up making pho this day. I made chicken pho. It's like easier than like the beef or pork pho, and it was so good. But we got like a bunch of ingredients for it. We also got like restocks too because we were running low on some other items, and we got a bunch of vegetables, the soup base, like all of the good stuff. So that was at H Mart for $115. We also, this was probably late because after I cooked it, I realized like I wish I had a bigger pot, because cooking a batch of pho with like a whole chicken in it, it was a little difficult, especially because of like the ingredients I had to put in. I didn't really had a lot of broth. I had to like take some of the stuff out to add more broth. So we ended up purchasing a 15-quart pot, a big soup pot for future times that we do make it. And that was $67 on Amazon. That was actually like, it was such great reviews too. And I know that I'll use this for not just that, but like any bigger meals, like if we do ever host or something. But that was $67. And then we also went to Wegmans and got some more groceries for $60 as well. So that was everything for the week 3. And then of course we have our none spent. Let me actually put this one down first before I forget, because I missed that, probably because the payday sticker is there. And then we only had one none spent this week. Oh my goodness, I think that's the worst I've ever done in a week in a very long time. But let's go ahead and just check in. Alright, so we have our weekly check-in sheet. This is what I use to check in those categories, which for this month is my physical cash envelopes. But if they're not my physical cash envelopes, they're just my electric cash envelopes. But those are the ones we use to track in this spread, and those are also the ones that we've visually tracked in our monthly view, because this is really where I like to see like patterns that we might have, or spending habits, or anything like that. Like, it's very easy to see the colors spread out. Alright, so I wrote down all the categories. I don't do rollovers. I think like I might eventually try rollover again in the new year. Not anytime soon, especially because I'm trying to do different things for different months. And when the holiday season comes around, I'm just going to stick to my basic budget just to make it easier for me for the holiday season. But let's go ahead and check in for each one. And baby girl has been crawling too, guys. Oh my gosh, she is such a speedy little thing. She's so stinking cute. I love her so much. She's definitely been keeping us very busy, and my husband has been picking up a lot of the weight because I haven't really been feeling my best. So thank you to him so much. We did not have any gas spent, which is this green color, and we didn't have any pups or babies spent this week. So I'm gonna put dashes in here. And then you guys know I like the single stuffs first. So this was a $67 for allowance, because we got that quart. And then we also, let's do the groceries first. So we had 60 plus 115. And then another one is 68 over here for H Mart, plus 68 equals a total of $243 spent for groceries this week. And I can already see we're negative for groceries. That's okay, it happens. So there is a $243 for groceries. Now let's do all of our eating out. So we have $12 plus $12 for Kava and Krispy Kreme. Then we have another $12 for Kava, another $12 for Kava, and then $13 for Panera. And then Thai Chef was also $16. So that's $77 spent from those categories. Okay. And now that is everything checked out. We're not missing anything. Oh, just kidding. We're missing a coal fire. Okay, good thing we double checked. So that was 77 plus 25 is 102. Now we're not missing anything. Okay. So that's 102 spent for eating out. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and check in how much we have. Previous week for eating out, we had 250 minus 102. That equals 148 left over for the month. Then we had 177 for groceries minus the 243 equals a negative amount of $66. Nothing was spent for gas, which means we still had 54. And then for allowance, we had 75. That minus 67 equals $8 left over for allowance. Pups and baby, nothing was spent, so we still have 60. So let's check in for our cash envelopes real quick, since we're right here. And It is already July, so you guys already know that I'm very late with this, but this is my money for the month. I need to bring this back to the bank, so that's what I've been doing. I actually haven't been paying with cash. I've still been paying with credit cards because it's just easier for us to use credit cards, and I didn't want to miss out on getting the 2% cash back. So I'm just gonna do this on camera with you guys so you guys see what I do, since like I'm already late anyway, because normally I just do this on camera prior, but what I do is I just really just go through and just match it up. So for eating out, we spent $102, so that's 100. And then okay, so I need some change, so I'm gonna go to my back little pouch. I'm actually gonna take the money out so it's easy for me. Okay, so 100, and then let's do, I need $3 in change. Okay, so there's $3. So in total, I need to bring in 102. So this is 105, and then I get $3 back. So what I should have in here is $148 left over. So that is 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 145, 46, 47, and 48. So $148. Now, tricky thing is groceries, I'm negative 66. So what do I even do with that? I actually did not think about this before. I'm so used to using credit card. Normally the positive accounts would cancel out that negative, but I'm doing cash envelope, so I don't even know how to go about that, honestly. I mean, I guess I might as well just take out all the money first. 50, 100, 150, 170, 175, 76, 77. So that is what we have, but I'm negative 66, so I don't even know what to do with that. I'm just gonna keep that here, and then we'll just deal with it at the end of the month. For gas, we still have 54, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for allowance is $8. If I was actually spending cash, I probably would have ended up pulling the money from eating out. So eating out would have been $66 less. I think that's what I would have done if I actually did use the cash. Now I'm seeing my errors here. Okay, so I'm going to try to do another month where I use cash, and I'm going to do things differently. I do apologize, do bear with me. This was my first month ever using cash. Anyway, okay, so we have allowance, $67 was spent. So 20, 40, 60, and then, okay, I'm gonna need some change again. So this is 20, 40, 60, and this is 70. So that minus the 67, I need $3 back in change. 1, 2, and if another dollar, 3. Okay, let me organize this real quick. Okay, I'm gonna count this real quick, and I'm gonna organize this because I know this is probably driving some of you guys crazy. That is not like in order, but we have $5, $6, $7, and $8 for our allowance. So that one's allowance, and then we, last but not least, we have pups and bean. But let me just organize this real quick because I know this normally does bother me, but I guess because I've just been doing it this way, it hasn't been bothering me because it's just been easier to just shove the money in the thing. But okay, I'm just gonna fix this all real quick. I don't know when I need to go to the bank because yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. 20, and then all right, so this looks good now. To be honest though, should I even go to the bank? Because if I'm gonna do another month where I use cash, I already have the cash here, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't know. Let's figure it out. So pups and bean, we haven't spent anything, which means we still have 60 in here. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. All right, so those cash envelopes are now balanced almost, except for our negative groceries one. But I think I'm gonna do another month where I use cash. I don't know what month yet, but I will to redeem myself for this month. What we should do next, before I forget, is we should do our savings tracker. So let's actually do that next. Okay, the light is flickering. Do you guys see it? This light, literally, I can't wait to throw it out the window. It always needs me to like rough it up in order for it to start working. All right, so let's flip to our sinking funds, because we actually had no sinking funds that came out this week, which is a very nice difference for a change. But I do need to do some savings. So where's our cash collect? So this is what we're using to save now. This is the savings challenge that we're using to save now versus what we used to use, which was the Saveopoly. And I'm trying to fill out this whole thing by September because we need to save some money for our baby's first year birthday. It's like gonna be with our whole family and stuff, so I wanted it to be a thing. Okay, so I'm over here coloring this because I don't know if you guys can see the line, but I was actually thinking about it because I want to do 5 different colors since I have to fill it out 5 different times. And I didn't really want to take an alcohol pad and wipe this off every time. So I was going to do lines and kind of make it like an asterisk. But I think I actually want to color it in fully. So I'm doing a pink line in the center. And then I'm going to probably do like, I don't know, maybe like break these into 2 sections is what I'm thinking. You guys will see. You guys will see. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I realized I probably should have kind of talked about this real quick, especially for some of you guys who don't know what this savings challenge is. But essentially, it's a 2-sided savings challenge. There's 2,000 on one side if completed and a 1,000 saved on the front side if completed. So each one of these little blocks is saving $5 at a time. So if you save $10, you just color in 2 blocks or cross off 2 blocks. I crossed out 2 blocks. It's very faint. I don't know if you guys can see it all that well, but I completed it one time. So each row is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So this is 50, 100, 150, 200. Once this is completed, or crossed out, colored, however you want to do it, one time, that is $200 saved. And then after you complete it once, you color in one of the jars at the top. So that's $200 saved. And then afterwards, if you do it all over again, so definitely you can start clean again, color it all in a different color, or do what I'm doing, or cross it out, or whatever works. And then once you finish a second time, you color it in again, so that's $400 saved. And you do it a third time, $600, a fourth time, $800, and a fifth time, which is $1,000 saved completely. The opposite side of this is the same thing, but it's double, so it's $10 per block after you save. And then after you finish it 5 times and color in all 5 jars, that is $2,000 saved. So in total, this whole thing is saving $3,000. And I'm over here just coloring this in with some Sharpie fine tip markers. I think like colored Sharpie markers stain a little bit, at least from my experience. I feel like they stain, so I always recommend to just use black, but I want to do color, so I'm doing color. And it might stain, but I really don't care for the staining. But yeah, so okay, I'll finish this up now since this is definitely taking a minute, and I will be right back. Okay, despite my best efforts, this looks a little messy. Hopefully the end product will look nice. But let's just go ahead and pick our next color, because this was our first jar. I wanted to do a pink color. Let's actually do a blue or a purple, because those are my next favorite colors. So we have this blue and this purple. Oh, this is a nice blue. Let's do this one. It's kind of like in between. It's like a periwinkle color. Okay, first let's talk about what can we save and where can we save. This was a month that we've spent so much in sinking funds already. I honestly don't even know where to pull from. We already pulled from beauty. Office is already negative. Then we have Costco, which we actually already pulled from as well. We pulled from Costco to $300 already. maybe Pups miscellaneous, but I might need to use that money to pay for Pups food. So I don't want to pull from that one just yet. Clothes category. Let's pull from clothes category. Let's pull $100 from clothes category. That might be a lot, but like we're kind of like on a time crunch, so I do need to try to save as fast as I can. So let's try to pull $100 from clothes category. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 75, 100. So we're going to stop at this lane. So I'm going to color this in half. So this will be the second time around. I hope that you guys can see. So hopefully by the end of this, we'll have another color here, another color here, and another color here. I don't really know what that's going to look like, but I mean, this is what we're going with. This is what I wanted to do. But first but not least, I hope that you guys had a really nice 4th of July and you guys got to eat a lot of yummy, yummy foods. Oh my gosh, food right now. I've been obsessed with eating a garlic sandwich with what is it called? Tomatoes, mustard, and bacon. Basically like a BLT, but without the L. It's been hitting the spot for me, and I've been loving tacos with 7 packs of fire sauce on it. Oh my god, my mouth is watering. I need to eat dinner, but I knew that if I ate dinner first before filming this video, I would fall asleep right afterwards. So I wanted to make sure I filmed this video first. But what else was there? And I also really wanted to thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I didn't really know where this YouTube would go, right? But like it feels amazing to know that you guys, like 1,000 of you guys, want to actually be a part of this channel and watch me struggle every single time I do these budget videos. Okay, I think someone's doing fireworks and it's distracting me. I don't know if you guys hear it in the background. People have been doing fireworks since like Saturday. I'm all for it. I think it's because it's been thundering so much that people really haven't been able to go all out with the fireworks. I can't wait to be able to take our... Wait, what were we talking about before this? I'm really sorry, guys. Okay, so I finished this. This is 100. So that is another section colored for this. And then hopefully we'll finish. Then we'll be able to move on to the next section, so on and so forth. So I am going to just put this in our little tracker here that we added another $100. So in total, we have $300 here. This is my budget trackers. These are not released yet. I still have to adjust these because these are oops, because you guys can see the lines are missing on this side. I also made this section larger, but I am using this specifically for my cash collect. So you guys see, I don't really put like the date or description. I could, but I don't know. I just don't want to. So I'm just putting it just to keep track of how much is saving. And so far we have $300. So we're going to be transferring another 100 for this week. And we said we were taking it out of clothes category. Okay, so we're gonna put this aside so we can continue this next week's check-in. And I might have to start moving at a slower pace because that's kind of a bit that we're saving so far, especially when our sinking funds is skimping down so much. Okay, so we're gonna do clothes. We're gonna do $100 and we'll do cash collect. All right, so let's go ahead and check in to balance out our checking accounts. First, let me go ahead and write everything in. So we have cash, and that is for our daily categories, which are this section over here, the eating out, groceries, gas allowance, pups, and bean. I write cash because out of habit, I always have these categories over here. So I put it here to be a reminder that for this month, we did cash. So it's physical cash. So that means we won't be able to balance that money in this checking account because we have the physical cash. It's not going to be in the checking account. So then we have for bills. For bills, there was $239 left over and 78 cents. We definitely had the remaining bills come out, whatever they were. Sinking funds, last week we ended with $2,321. So that's what we're starting with for this third week's check-in. And then we have sinking funds, which is that one. So let's do sinking funds first because there's only like one of them, which is for clothes, and that's $100. So So let's do 100 that we have to transfer. Then let's do, we already balanced out our cash envelope, so I don't have to do that. But let's definitely do bills. We're looking for electricity, internet, and Spotify. I'm gonna check our checking accounts and our credit cards to look for these ones that were supposed to come out. Okay, so those all did come out. Let's add them together. We have $54.89 for electricity, plus internet $89.99, plus our Spotify that came out is $10.59. That is a total of $155.56 that came out. That minus what we had starting with for bills, we still have a leftover $84.22, which is nice. Now for sinking funds, what we started with minus 100 is still $2,221 left over. I also ended up getting 3 cents in that one checking account, so I had to add 3 cents here. If not, we would be 3 cents off. But now that is everything accounted for. You guys might see here that I have the dashes here so I remember which ones came out. But electricity came out of our checking account. So we no longer have the money since this automatically came out of our checking account. So that organization has our money for this. While internet and Spotify, those came out of our credit card. So we have to transfer funds for our credit card to pay those bills off. So internet, $89.99, Spotify, plus $10.59. Total is $158 that we have to transfer for bills. So we're not going to be transferring that full amount for here. And then of course sinking funds, we still have to transfer that 100 as well. So we can go and put that in our little savings for our cash collect. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Oh, and actually, let me transfer the 3 extra cents. Let me put 0 here instead and put that we are going to transfer that 3 cents out because that interest always throws me off. So plus 0.03. So I'm going to transfer 261 instead, and this is going to be transferring from our second checking account in here that is holding these funds for bills and sinking funds. And you guys see our last time we balanced was that amount, and we're going to be transferring it to our primary account so we can transfer to our savings account, whatever we need to do, or to credit card. Again, I'll have the videos linked below that explains how our bank accounts are all hooked up. And okay, be right back. Alrighty, so now that has been completed, do you guys hear those fireworks? Let's go ahead and talk about how much is in here now. Okay, so in this checking account, we now have $2,305.22. So that is how much is in our checking account right now. And then to catch you guys up with our savings account, we definitely have more in here now. We have additional paychecks. We have 2 additional paychecks, but I also transferred the $200 I had extra as well. So my paycheck, I got my last paychecks. The amount from my 5th paycheck, I transferred $1,500 in here, and then my husband's 4th paycheck also transferred $1,300. Right now in here, let's put that down. I don't think I need this anymore, but I'm just gonna put this here. And then savings accounts, we currently have $7,337.78 in here. Let's do the math real quick. What was it before? 4, 5, 1, 4, 14. That plus one of my husband's paycheck plus one of my paychecks equals 7,300. We also got interest in here. Interest was $23.64 that we got. For whatever reason, our account turned into a high interest account. I'm not complaining, so I'm definitely for it. So yeah, that $23 extra of interest made it this amount. So that is what that savings account looks like, which means we are going to be ready to make some payments and stuff for our debt, especially because the student loan thing did not pass. So I want to start tackling that down. We'll definitely talk about that more in our debt payment video. I need to put that up too at some point. Yeah, so that is what that looks like. And you guys might hear all of the fireworks in the background. So if you do, I do apologize if that bothers you. But let's go ahead and officially check in for this week. Those bills are all good. Now let's calculate this together. Okay, we have 84.22 plus 2221 equals a total of $2,305.22. All right, perfect. These two numbers match. So what's in our checking account currently and what we balanced out with is perfect. And just to show you guys kind of an example, so what we balanced with last week, for example, 2560.78, that's how much we had in this checking account, minus the 155.56, minus the 100, whoops, minus the 0.03 cents. What? Let me see. Oh, no, that makes sense because this week I did not have the interest. I got the interest for this week. That makes sense now. So technically, we got it and then we removed it immediately. That's why it doesn't reflect here because I didn't have the interest for this week's check-in. That makes sense. So 2560.78 minus the 155.65 or 56 minus the 100, and it matches perfectly as well. All right, so now our savings account and our checking account is balanced for our 4th week check-in that we're gonna do together. We always do it together. And that is actually gonna be it for this video. I do again apologize that it's late, but I am going to continue getting the videos up. Even if they're late, they are going to come up at some point. I just need to be able to find time to edit them and film them while still taking care of our family and myself first, because I just really need to make sure my health is good. But I hope that you guys understand. Thank you guys so much as always for being here, for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.